Okay, so this is gonna be a quick, unplanned, raw recap for today's price action, which I barely looked at. But yes, starting of the week, I was mainly focused here and wanted to see how price would react there. As I told, for NQ, this is the range relevant to me currently, which you could refine it down to there at the moment. But yes, I wanted to see how price would react there, but based off of how yesterday closed, which was Tuesday, correct? Yes, based off of how yesterday closed Tuesday, off of here, this is highlighting that it is it is maybe reaching for this. So yes, assuming this as your draw, you could have long trade. So yes, I took a small long on ES because it was looking a bit better to me at that moment. But going into the week, Monday I was completely neutral. This was my idea going into the week. I wanted to wait to let price engage either this first. Okay, so yes, let's get into the recap. Mm, This is in there. This is Monday weekly open. अगर मैं इसको वापस नीचे ले जाऊँ तो मुझे तो ठीक है. So this reacting off of this daily FVG, so you can maybe tell that this is the draw, but you can clearly see this being a ranging price action. But yes, kind of not that high brown, but still. So longing today could have been considered 6 p.m. somewhere here. Daily open low without engaging this. So yes, you after 10 a.m. comes this much back here, then you can assume this low is getting manipulated. You have a opposing draw still intact. अगर मैं वीकली की बंद कर लूँ, after this 10 a.m. comes this much back inside, then you could look to frame it 10 a.m. continuation to the range high, but I preferred ES at the same time. If you have a look off of here, I was pretty bullish on ES going into the week as well. This was, you can say, a partial point, but main high being this compared to NQ, which is here. This is not of any relevance to me at the moment, but this high here is of relevance to me. And this is not the main relevant high, but kind of partial point. And then this you can consider, or I was considering this prior to the week opening. Now this is the relevant range for me. I would say range high here, range low here. But reacting off of here, then you could assume this is the draw prices going towards their previous week high as a minimum objective, vice versa for NQ. So yes, I took a small long today as well, but my main opportunity still would be based on how NQ would react there. So this is where day opens. Wednesday open low without engaging the opposing draw, and so it is still intact. So this I would consider having a protected swing to my side. Opposing draw still intact, so yes, framing towards that intact draw. This 10 a.m. away from intraday manipulation, away from protected swing towards unprotected swings, towards the intact draw. So going into here, manipulation of the low of the day, this here 9:30 somewhere here. Price already engaging the level supposed to sponsor the reversal. So prior to 9:30, so 9:30 should do what? Expand back quickly to confirm that reversal, which it does. So yes, this reversal is back thereafter by 9:30 travel, which is here. So yes, you could consider this as a valid reversal off of here. Okay, ये भी अच्छा लग रहा है. And if 9:30 reverses, you expect 10 a.m. continuing to the intact draw, which would be previous week high at the first point, then range high. Enough range opposing candle. Clean closer through, not exactly close, but yes, does sometimes this. Then 10 a.m. continuation away from it. Get it? So yes, that's why ES looked a bit better to me. I would post my entries soon. I don't take reversal. I took this, trusting this with the expectation of 10 a.m. expanding away from that protected swing formed in the intraday range. Yes. If we look at NQ at the same time, wasn't much clear, and I was having too less of a time, so I didn't consider it. If we have a look, yes, not so clean, I would say. And this is SMT at the same time, if I'm not wrong, yes. So yes, even though NQ reaches its low, but not the good low time framework, I would consider framing based off of. No. So yes, didn't watch YM much because it is not so clean off of the daily to me. So would prefer to wait. Expansion into new phase, which is not expansion, ideally ranging. So yes, I would wait. Range low and range high, you could consider this or this, resting in close proximity to this. So I am on kind of a waiting mode for YM at least. ES instead had a better framework to long instead towards these, this being much away from here. Still my main opportunity would be how NQ reacts there. So this is kind of not that much high quality of a position which I normally would take, but yes, this could be considered today. But my main opportunity is still waiting, would be tomorrow or maybe day after tomorrow. Correct. Yes, it is, but not in a best way. But yes, that's why not so clean framework as I said on the daily. Best opportunity would be framed once you get to know how price would react there. This is inside of the range. Once price tags the external of the range, That's when volatility would kick in. Okay, was this clear? Hello, sister. भाई चीटर लोग हो आप है ना बहुत चोर हो सागर भाई बिकमिंग अ न्यू क्या बोलते हैं उसको सेंसेशन या क्या people would start taking signals from Sagar bhai soon. Now your entry. My chart is different from you भाई ना जैसे भाई ऐसा मेरे को क्यों नहीं दिख रहा कहीं पे एनक्यू है ना somewhere here. Okay, you took this on M1. Nope, nope, nope. Not so good. Even if I were to, I would have preferred this swing. If I were to expect this swing to hold, I would have wanted immediate expansion away from it, not something like this. This happens, then I would be waiting either to get a sweep of this or either to see this swing getting clearly displaced through, and I get neither of that. So yes, I'm better off taking nothing. I mean, you could force this setup here, but I'm not a big fan of that. If you want to, you can. I'm better with my much clean, simple framework on ES rather than forcing it on NQ. Correct. Sister, this is NQ you took in the PM session. Nice. Okay, draw was still intact. Wait, wait, wait. PM. Just ranging. Same thought process here. Either would want to see manipulation here or displacements go here. Manipulation, this could be considered. Objective listing here. You took it around here. Nope, you took it around 130. But this could have been considered. But only thing is, I wouldn't have preferred to enter here, and I wouldn't have preferred to enter here maybe as well. Closing just around that OB and that too in NQ. In NQ, I want closer to happen clearly above the opposing candle. So less chances I would have taken this, and it fails. Why? You took it after this. I would have less conviction framing it after because of that seek and destroy. Seeking range extremes here, not going till the objective, then again seeking range extremes. Would be better off of framing off of the range, but still, yes, good news. This looks good indeed between. Nice. Okay, you took this. Nice one. 130. Yes, you took it around here, if I'm not wrong. 150. You took it on M1. Same setup around there, if I'm not wrong. this one. But the conviction matters as for where this swing should form. Off of here. That is what matters. Saying immediate reaction away from it. Yes, then you can. Sure. But if I were to take it, I would have framed this M5 or M3, or if I be honest, I wouldn't have taken it at the first place, which I personally did, and would have simply waited for this to get tagged because I don't want to be the उसको क्या बोलते हैं शिकार को क्या बोलते हैं I don't want to be hunted 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times to get the draw right the sixth time because when price is roaming here and there inside the range, it would do these kind of things. Like manipulation here could have been valid, but yes, hunts this once again, then hunts this once again. So yes, I'm okay sitting out here. But yes, personal conviction matters as well. You had that nice one. So yes, any doubts or else we'll do a recap for Friday's positions. Test of M15 as well. The best spot where a protected swing could form. It isn't more about that M15 candle, it is about this is where that swing should form, and that's why trusting it here becomes better idea. So yes, good yours. SMR somewhere here. This becomes intermediate term low. Continuation entries, the best ones. Pray, yes, pray. 12 ही जाती है मतलब हैं क्या बोलते हो Okay, if few people don't have any doubts, I would end this and then do recap of Friday's price action. ES पे मैंने क्या मार्क करा इसको हटाओ Yes, sir.